Well, hello there. This is Craig Hain, and my students call me Dr. Dell, and this is a very exciting video for me today because today I want to talk to you about our new program, which we call How to Succeed with Math, which is guaranteed. And indeed, it's called the Dr. Dell's Practical Math Foundation Group Program, and I want to tell you all about it on this video. Okay, now, right below this video is the text that explains all about this program, which we call the Dr. Dell's Practical Math Foundation Group Program. Now, quite frankly, I think it's the first time in history that it's going to be possible for parents, no matter how well they like math or no math, to deliver their child a great, successful post-elementary math education program, and with very minimal effort on their part and very cost-effectively as well. We're very excited about this program. This is particularly going to be good for parents that cannot or choose not to teach math themselves for whatever reason it is. What we're guaranteeing is success. And by that we mean success for your child, even a child that might not like math or have a fear of math, because we want any child to learn math with a great joy, and we know that they can do so. And we think it's very important that your child will learn the math that he or she needs to know to pursue their broader educational objectives, and not any extra math that they don't need to know. To us, success really means that you're going to succeed, as your child is going to succeed as they learn math. You'll be succeeding as their parent, they'll be succeeding as a student. Now, if it turns out that you like to teach math, and in fact, if you understand math, then of course you're going to be able to play a big role if you care to do so. Now, for some parents, that's really not the case. And if that's your situation, all you really need to do is to be an observer of, and in fact, a cheerleader for your math success. Now, you might very well ask, how can this be? And in fact, you've got a right to be skeptical, because frankly, I don't know of any other program where this has ever been the case. But now there is such a program, and that's what I'm here to tell you about on this video. So let me tell you about the Dr. Dell Practical Math Foundation Group Program. Here are the resources that are included. There are 7 resources. And it starts off, of course, with the online interactive Practical Math Foundation program that I created, and which will successfully teach a student all of the algebra and geometry and trigonometry that they need for real-world practical math, plus how to use the great power tool, the TI-30 XA scientific calculator. And as you know, this program meets all of the SPIKE pedagogical requirements that we tell you all about on our website. Now, the Practical Math Foundation, as you know, is a hands-on, interactive program with videos, exercises, and quizzes. And we start out by teaching the student how to use the TI-30 XA calculator. And then, of course, we teach them pre-algebra, algebra, geometry, and trigonometry. And this whole program takes most students about 1 semester to complete. Now, as you know, this Practical Math Foundation program has been available for some time, and we've had many, many students go through this very, very successfully at various ages. However, we found that some students need to have a coach to help urge them along and to give them encouragement and to see to it that they can sometimes get the extra help that they might need. In fact, one of our best success stories was a group of students that had a coach that helped them, and many of those students probably wouldn't have succeeded if they hadn't had a coach to encourage them and lead them along. And so we've had a lot of parents come to us over the years and say, we'd really like to have this program, but we'd like to have some help with our students in coaching them to get through it. And that's what has motivated us and inspired us to develop the program that we're now offering you. So the second component of this program is going to be a coach. This coach is going to be sure that every student is participating and succeeding in climbing this ladder of success. There'll be a private forum that your child will be enrolled in this group program with the other students in the group that's going to be supervised and led by this coach. There's going to be regular problem sessions. Of course, they're going to be delivered online because the students are going to be scattered all around the country. But on these problem sessions, any student can come on and get any question they have answered. So this coach is going to be a very critical component of the program. Now, that's really not all there is to it. Suppose a student takes advantage of the forum and goes and asks questions and answers other questions, participates, comes to the problem sessions, but still is having trouble and just can't seem to get over a certain point. Well, then there's going to be special tutoring available online for that student, usually delivered by the coach. So no student can be left behind. It's very important that the program, of course, is self-paced. The students are going to progress at different rates. That's going to be just fine because this tutoring will only take place when students need it, when these first 3 things here are not adequate. Now, suppose even that isn't enough. Well, then if the coach comes to me and says, hey, I've got a special problem here with a student, I can't seem to get through, then I am going to intervene and actually get involved with that student myself. Because I want to be very, very sure that there's not something that can be done to help the student. And in fact, if I can't help the student, then probably there's nothing that can. But in most cases, I would say 95% of the time, by the time the student gets through this tutoring with the coach, and indeed, in fact, for most students, the time they get through the problem stations, they'll be very, very capable of mastering the material and do very, very well with it. Now, occasionally there's a technical problem. After all, this is a computer-delivered system, and you have to be sure that everything is set up right. So we have a customer service program that people have really complimented us on over the years, because if you have a technical problem, you're going to call our customer service line, which is available Monday through Friday, Eastern Time, 9 to 5, or available by email. And then any technical problems you have can be handled with these customer service. And in fact, we get tremendous accolades for that, because apparently this must be sort of unusual for our online delivered programs. Now, we're so confident this program is going to work for you that we're going to guarantee that your child is going to succeed if he or she will apply an appropriate effort. And naturally, how much effort will vary from child to child, but any child can succeed. That's because this is a self-paced program, it's interactive, and we use what we call the spike pedagogy. The child is climbing a ladder of success at his or her own pace. There's going to be a lot of repetition, a lot of review as needed for each child. And of course, your child is getting continual feedback. That's critical too. So the bottom line is the success is guaranteed, or you don't pay anything. As a matter of fact, the way we do that, we have your child go through Tier 1, which is the calculator course. And then after that, you and the child decide if this is what you want or not. And if for any reason you're not happy with the program, it's not working for your child, you don't like it, whatever reason, any reason at all, you just could withdraw and receive a full refund of any money you've paid to that point in time. And in fact, you have 30 days to try that out and to get through Tier 1. Once you go past Tier 1 into Tier 2, then we assume the program is working for you, and the guarantee then is no longer available. Now, the reason we do this guarantee is because there's really only one way you're going to be able to find out if this is going to work for your child. You're going to have to enroll and find out. You're going to have to put your child into the program and try it. Many children are succeeding right now with this practical math program. Many on their own, without any extra help, or very little help, beyond what their parents, and maybe if they have a coach, can give them. But a lot of parents have been asking for more help. They say, look, I don't like teaching math, I can't teach it, or I don't want to teach it, and I want some more help. I want a coach to help me, and that's why we put together this program. So we believe that now there's not any excuse whatsoever for you to deliver a great math education program to your child. Now, for reasons that you can imagine, we're going to limit the groups to 25 students. After all, we want the coach to be able to give each student adequate attention, both in the problem sessions, the emails they may send them, in the forum, and in the tutoring if necessary. So the question is, what does it cost now to do this? That's, of course, what everybody wants to know. Well, if you went out and tried to do this with a conventional tutor or company that provides tutoring, our guess is it costs you over $1,000. Tutors are at least $30 an hour. Good tutors a lot more sometimes. We've seen them as much as $75 an hour. We don't think a tutor could possibly cover this material, even begin to cover it the way we do in 35 hours. So right there you have over $1,000. And in fact, it could be much more than that, depending on who's doing it and how long it takes your student to get through it. Remember, you want your student to go through at their own pace. You don't want to rush them through. You want them to be able to repeat and review and so on. And that's what you can do with these videos. So then the question now is, what is it going to cost you for this practical math group program? Well, we've decided initially to start out at $297. We think we can deliver it for that. And so that's what we're going to do, $297 or 6 monthly payments of $57 for those of you that want a monthly payment plan. Now, one of the things we got from feedback from parents is, what if I have more than one student? Well, that's a reasonable question. So you can add additional children that you might have for $147 each. This is what it costs, by the way, if you enroll in our regular program today with no coach or anything, just the regular practical math. That's what many, many people have already paid for it, is $147. It retails for $197. But with a coupon code, you get it $147. So what we encourage you to do now is enroll your child or your children into this program and get started. We don't frankly know what this is going to cost us to really deliver this. And in fact, in the future, this may very well have to go up in price. We don't really know, but we'll find out. And I might also tell you that in this first program, I'm going to personally be the coach. So I want to see exactly how this goes. And then in future programs, we may have other coaches as we get on board. So we want to get this program started, and that's why we set this price. We want to help at least 25 students to get started. And of course, only God knows what the future holds. We don't know what the future is going to hold. So we encourage you to join this group today. It's no risk for you. I think you're going to be absolutely delighted with what happens. And if you choose not to do so for any reason, we certainly wish that you deliver your child a great math education. We think every child deserves it. So for those of you that go ahead and join today and get into this first program, I'll see you on the other side. I'll be the coach of your student. I'm sure we'll be interacting too. I look forward to that. I love teaching students. I love to watch children succeed, as I'm sure you do. And so this is going to be a lot of fun for all of us. And I look forward to communicating with you then down the road. So to conclude, I encourage you to go read this document down below, and make sure you absorb all the details, exactly what's involved, and then enroll your child and get started. You have very little to lose and a lot to gain, and it's going to be a lot of fun for all of us. And if you do so, of course, then I will see you on the other side, because I'll be communicating both with the students and the parents as the coach of the group. So this is Dr. Dell, wishing you great success in teaching your child math, or letting me teach your child math in the future. And who knows, perhaps we'll meet someday. Have a great life. Bye-bye.